It can be profoundly unsettling to move to a new city. That loneliness, the uncertainty at first felt super justified. 2 years ago, I had just moved here. How could I possibly feel in community or supported after just a few weeks or months? After a year, I had barely experienced all 4 seasons in this place, so that lack of security still felt justified. And now I'm 2 years into my Seattle tenure, and those feelings of doubt are starting to feel unwelcome. I do feel a deep sense of belonging in this scenery, and I feel like I've set up my life here, and I've met multiple beloved people that I think are wonderful here, and I still don't feel fulfilled. A robust presence of community still eludes me. My social life isn't quite as active as I want it to be, but I don't want to move. I want to deepen my commitment here and give Seattle a second shot, which is why I chose to exercise the scientific method and conduct this experiment I introduced in a past video of moving closer to my friends in pursuit of a lot more contentment, hopefully, stability, ? These are all hypotheses, and I needed a laboratory to test them out in, which meant touring apartments, putting in my 30 days notice, and finding a new lease. Okay, storage, boob light, cutie tile. This process alone required a lot of dedication of me. Housing moves so fast in this market, and it's a really pressure-filled experience. I had to remind myself multiple times why I was doing this at all, instead of just renewing my current lease in my current neighborhood and letting all my belongings stay put. But even in this first stage of searching for housing, I got little pieces of reassurance along the way from friends who already live here. One friend sent me a list of all of the property management sites she would check daily for the type of vintage apartment I was looking for. Another had a friend that had lived in one of the buildings I was touring and could tell me about the reputation of it before I signed onto a bad lease. And in between tours, I was able to pop in to see friends that already live here. Felt connective. It felt right. And ultimately, one of my friends actually toured the unit I ended up with for me and FaceTimed me in while I was out of town, which is huge. Thanks to all that support, I was able to sign my lease, and then it was officially time to uninstall my first attempt at Seattle and reinstall my second one. Just went dumpster diving at my former place of work in a freaking fashion for some moving boxes. This is the sort of insider knowledge you can only gain by being an astute resident of somewhere and interweaving yourself into the fabric of its life, albeit economic. I did know that shop closes at 9, so by 9:30, what am I going to have? Resources afforded to me. And in that, I found myself asking what comes with taking a second shot at a place, especially when you can feel that something's missing, or maybe the experience wasn't all that you wanted, but you have enough faith that you're willing to try it again. Good God, a basketball metaphor is coming to mind, and I feel compelled to share that this feels like when you have a penalty, is that what you call it, in basketball, and then you get 2 free throws? Moving here 2 years ago was my first free throw. This is my second. Let's see if I can improve my form at all. So yes, this is my attempt at answering what does it mean to give Seattle that second shot for me. It's been 2 years here, which means if I haven't worn something in 2 falls, 2 winters, 2 springs, 2 summers, it's not happening. I haven't dressed like this in a long time. Quite literally, it has not been on my physical form in 2 years, so why do I still have it? Well, I think in some part I'm still attached to the potential of what it could be, the way it could fold back into my life at some point here. That one point in time in which I might need it and not have it if I give it away. Maybe a part of me is just used to the familiarity of seeing this yellow top in my wardrobe every day, in the same general location, and that provides some infinitesimal amount of comfort to me. Change is scary, and maybe it's easier to shake up everything at once than just a few things at just one point. There is a section of Julia Cameron's seminal work, The Artist's Way, that has stayed with me. By tossing out the old and unworkable, we make way for the new and suitable. A closet stuffed with ratty old clothes does not invite new ones. A house overflowing with odds and ends and tidbits you've held onto for someday has no space for the things that might truly enhance today. She says, as we lose our vagueness about ourself, our values, our life situation, we become available to the moment. It is there, in the particular, that we lose the false self we were sustaining. What the fuck? How is it that I've managed to find an opportunity to wear every single one of these 9 hats on several occasions over the last 2 years, but this quilted down jacket not a single time? There's a lot of fantasy in moving of what your life could be in a different space, in a different neighborhood, in a different climate, in a different city, in a different geography. But it also snaps you back into the reality of what's not working and what you can't justify the presence of anymore. Also because of the temporal restraints of moving, which is often a very rushed practice, especially in a city where apartments don't even come on the market until like weeks before you're gonna move in. Whether you're ready to confront these truths or not, you will. I also realized in moving here that I now have a fresh start at who gets to walk through my doors. My last apartment was the first time I'd ever lived alone. Beforehand, I was always sharing with roommates, so I never felt abundantly comfortable inviting people over all the time. So once I got my own space, I wasn't very discerning with who I invited over. I could meet somebody one time and let them come on in, but at the midway point of living there, I actually came to regret being so laissez-faire about who I let in. It came to be that my home is a sacred space to me, or at least it feels intimate to share it with somebody. It wasn't just some spot to me. I'd put a lot of time and care and aspects of my own personality and sense of style into adorning it. So with this fresh start, I want to be a lot more thoughtful about who I do buzz in, because even if you don't decorate your place a ton, it is undeniable that you learn a lot about a person by seeing how they habitate or cohabitate. And I'm not ready to have everybody see that right off the bat. Like, it takes a certain layer, a certain foundation of trust, mutual vulnerability, which I admit there might be some dissonance in hearing me express these things because I have thoroughly displayed my apartment in my vlogs and I've done a thorough apartment tour defining exactly what everything in my apartment means to me. But in my head, that's very separate. It's a completely different experience having someone physically embodied walking around my floors. But conversely, leaving my last apartment made me think about all the people I wish I had invited over but hadn't, because I didn't feel confident gathering people in that space. I only really had the seating for like a one-on-one conversation, so I didn't host much. And now that this spot is a bit more open, I want to host book clubs and watch parties and crafternoons and make this more of a communal space. I love companionship. I crave it. I'm not looking to live alone forever. And I would like to ritualize those gatherings and make it expected that I'll open this space up every week or every month. Also just because that motivates me to clean. Fully tapping into how socially motivated I am has its drawbacks, but also it's very clear to me now the key I need to unlock my gumption. Moving also gives you a compelling event to break free of the associations you had with your last place. There's these little negative loops and patterns I'd find myself in, which take a surprising amount of effort to uproot. I was able to do it with my depression sink syndrome. I do find that a new place, though, gives you an opportunity to maybe lift some of those habits a little more easily. Like, I started working from my couch a lot more than my desk at my last apartment, which isn't altogether that concerning until you consider the 45-degree curvature of my spine and the fact that we, on average, spend 2,336 hours sitting in any given year. But I let myself use the excuse of this janky office chair that would roll back all the time and was really squeaky to not sit there, which is why I was relieved when Sihu wanted to sponsor me, because now I have no excuses to let my scoliosis suffer on my couch. My best friend's mom was an ergonomist growing up, so I have been educated against my will about the proper posture one should take at a desk, and this chair, the Doro C300, has got it right. There's dynamically self-adaptive lumbar and back support. It has a flexible tracking seat back, a wide-angle mechanical headrest, 3D coordinated armrests with ultra-soft thickening, smart gravity sensing chassis, dynamic pressure distribution tested up to 300 pounds, and ultimately that all compounds to a zero pressure sitting experience. Like, you are fully supported. There is no gap between your back, your neck, and this chair, no matter what position you're sitting in. So thank you, Sihu, both for your back support and your material support of my creative career and this channel. The Sihu Doro C300 will be linked below if you're reconsidering how you'd like to spend those 2,336 hours sitting. I know I have been, now that the moving process is underway. It's been pretty hard on my body, so having this relaxing spot to sit is a perfect addition to my new apartment. I'm working on building stuff, so I'm wearing my painter's overalls. I'm filming right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so...
Nice.
Yes, that's like exactly why I'm moving here, because I'm just like, I don't have family here, I need fucking support. Literally, like, my friend Brandon and her helped carry the mattress with me and my mom. Jen also was like going on vacation, and so for a week, and she had like food that was gonna go bad, so she literally came and like dropped over her leftovers so I could have like food to eat.
Dude, your friends are so great. That's so sweet.
No, it's really wonderful. Like, I was feeling so lonely, and then now that I'm here, I'm like, okay, this is like literally what I moved here for, is so that I can feel closer to people. So
I'm glad you already feel like it was worth it, because it shaped out that way.
what could you use a fresh start at or a second shot at in your life? Comment that down below, so this is not just me shouting into the void. To me, the creative success of any one of my videos is the quality of the comments, not the quantity of the views. So if this impacted you or left a mark in any way, it is helpful for me to know, because as I stated earlier, I am socially motivated. I will likely have a few more vlogs coming out featured in my old apartment. So if you're watching this before those, I encourage you to suspend your disbelief and accept the plot holes of my life. And also, if you'd like to see the transformation of this space, I'll be posting bonus videos over on my Patreon detailing all of that. It is $5 a month or $10 if you want to join the book club. Oh yeah, and you should probably subscribe if that button's still red. If I am watching anybody's video all the way through, that is usually enough of a tell that I should subscribe, and I do. But if you'd like to watch a few more, those will be at the end credits. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next time, and Katherout. I mean, my primary care doctor is gay. It will be a challenge to emotionally regulate for sure. Well, it's possible. Well, it's possible. Where'd your personality go, bitch? Where'd it go? It's in there somewhere. Exactly. The question is, do these men respect me? Alrighty, sweetie. I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.